Mike Moore Media.
Oh, it's time for our monthly visit with Debbie Moose. You may want to check out her website. That's debbiemoose.com, food writer, editor, cookbook author, award-winning essayist, and she's on the media line now. Hey, Debbie, welcome back.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing just great. Got a little tune to kind of set us up today here, Debbie.
Strawberry fields forever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Now, that's what came to mind immediately. Is that good?
That's a good one.
Okay.
It's better than Strawberry Letter 23, you know, that one-hit wonder.
I don't know that song. Should I look it up?
I'm sorry, Strawberry Letter 22. It's a 60s hit, one-hit wonder.
Okay, I'll check on that one. That one's a new one to me. I must have missed it somewhere. Yeah, but that old Beatles tune is a good one for sure, because this is National Strawberry Month. So we're celebrating, and you're there in Raleigh, so you get those nice berries before we do.
Yes, and I want everybody to know that this was at Mr. Moore's request that we discuss strawberries today, because
Okay.
he and his wife are strawberry fanatics. I've been obsessed with them this year, too. They have been beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Every single one I have bought.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been buying a lot of them.
Yeah.
I bought a flat, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, and, you know, I bought them one day. I wasn't going to use them until the next day, and, you know, that's always a little iffy. There was no room in my refrigerator. Every single one of them was perfect. I made 11 jars of strawberry jam. I think it's some of the best jam I ever made.
Oh, wow.
They're fat and sweet. They're really, really, really good this year.
The ones...
And there's so much you can do with them. People think of strawberry shortcake, of course, and there's all kinds of ways to make strawberry shortcake. Now, what is your way of making strawberry shortcake?
Oh, I just kind of, you know, I'm kind of just a basic kind of strawberry shortcake fella, you know, so just your basic strawberries and the nice juice and a little whipped cream on top. That's good enough for me. But now you may have a better way.
Wait a minute, you left out the cake part.
Oh, the cake. Well, yeah, the cake is there too. Yeah, that little cake thing, whatever that is. Yeah.
You mean the little sponge cake thing?
Sponge,
you buy?
right? Yeah, but you know,
Circular.
we have with a little hole there in it. But you know, we have done other. You can do other cakes as well. So please give us some ideas.
Well, certainly you can do other cakes. The quick version in our house is to buy a angel food cake.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband likes that, strawberries on top of the angel food cake. And I've noticed he uses more whipped cream than I do.
Sure.
But what's really fortunate for us is he's allergic to dairy. But now you can buy almond milk or coconut milk whipped cream in the can.
Oh, can you?
Companies are making it already prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So that is great. I guess so many people are sensitive to dairy now. Look for it. It's there if you're sensitive to dairy.
Mm-hmm.
Or the flavor's just good. It's just a nice different flavor. And I always sweeten the berries a little bit. Cut them up and toss with a little sugar, because sometimes they need a little touch of sugar. And then what my mother always told me was that the sugar brings out the juice.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you want some juice.
Yes, indeed. The juicier, the better.
And you know, if you can stand it, if you can hold off, let them sit a little bit in the bowl so that you get some of that juice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not much better. I mean, you can get fancy with strawberry shortcake. You can make little sweet biscuits to put it on. You know, you can make your own cake. I wanted strawberry shortcake a couple weeks ago when they first started coming in, and I didn't have any angel food cake, and I didn't really want to go to the store. So I don't know if any of the older cooks out there remember hot water sponge cake.
Hot water sponge cake. No, I don't know that one.
It's an old recipe. I had to go back to an old joy of cooking to find the recipe. I knew I'd made it before. And it's very simple. It uses the minimum amount of eggs. I think it's maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 eggs, and hot water and flour, and it makes little. I put them in muffin tins, makes little sponge cakes.
Okay.
And they're absolutely fine to spoon those, your strawberries on if you don't want to go get a cake or for whatever reason. And it's a simple. If you Google it or look in an old cookbook, you'll probably find it's hot water sponge cake.
Well, now we've got that, Joy, that cookbook you mentioned. We've got that one, so we can check that one out ourselves.
Well, you might have to go back to a couple of editions ago.
Yeah, we've got an old one.
The recent edition doesn't have it.
Yeah, we've got an old one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one from the 70s, and I found it in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so, there's a lot of things you can put under. The important parts of this, to me, are the strawberries and the whipped cream.
Yeah.
But there's so much you can do with strawberries. People think of eating them fresh, and they're so wonderful and fresh like this. It is a temptation to do that, but of course they're really easy to freeze. Rinse them off, pop the green tops off, put them in a bag. You got smoothies for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you can do smoothies. But there's only so many smoothies a person can eat. So I went looking around in my cookbooks, and I found this is an old cookbook too. It's called Sweet Heat. It's combining desserts with hot chili.
Oh my goodness.
And I've done that with, and you also mentioned your wife's been making salsa. You can make salsa with strawberries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You put the same ingredients in that you would for a salsa. And I've done this with peaches before. Some cilantro, a little onion, a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice, a little bit of hot pepper. You want a little bit of heat in there.
Mm-hmm. Spice it up.
You got a salsa you can use on grilled chicken or grilled fish. But you can also, strawberries taste really good with black pepper, as weird as that sounds.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And there's an old, in Italy, they often serve strawberries with balsamic vinegar on them.
Yeah, well, that kind of brings to mind. I don't mind some berries just kind of tossed in a salad.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's good, too.
Yeah.
But I also do, get some white balsamic vinegar, which has a little milder flavor, and it's available in the grocery store. It's not anything hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
And toss those with the strawberries and a little bit of black pepper, and that's something really different. Put a little fresh mint on there if you've got some. And one idea out of this Sweet Heat cookbook is to take fresh fruit, strawberries, some melon if you've got it, but strawberries definitely, and put some pepper jelly on that. And in the South, pepper jelly is a condiment we keep all the time. It's like our mayonnaise and our mustard. It's something that we use, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
And, put a little pepper jelly on it and have some yogurt on the side maybe to dip those in. And you can put them on skewers if you want to fancy it up, or just put the fruit nice on a plate with the pepper jelly. And the most intriguing recipe I found in this book was for a barbecue sauce using strawberries and strawberry preserves.
That sounds interesting.
Some ketchup, soy sauce, garlic, ginger, a little bit of cayenne, onion, and just puree all that and then use it as a barbecue sauce. And I thought that was very intriguing. I'm probably going to try that.
Yeah, so that's one you haven't tried yet.
I have not tried that one yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think I'm going to do that because, and the strawberries are so plentiful this year. How are they looking where you are?
Well, the season has just started. One of our favorite markets opened here last week for the first time. So, they're just kind of getting underway. But, the lines are long, and they've changed all of the ins and outs of getting in to get those berries. But it's worth the wait. So that season just kind of rolling here.
Yeah, if it's as good for you as it has been here, of course, we get some of the eastern North Carolina berries, the early ones. Even the early ones were good.
Yeah, because when you're saying early, like I said, we just really started last week here. So, 1st of May, you can always count on that for us for strawberry time. But when do you get those first berries down east?
I bought some berries probably 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Near the end of April, mid to late April, and they look good, and I wanted them, but I wasn't raising my expectations because the early ones sometimes are not quite the best.
Mm-hmm.
These were delicious. I mean, they've been good right out of the gate. So if y'all have the same luck, you have a lot to look forward to with your strawberry season.
Yeah. Well, we always think the first ones are the better ones.
Okay.
So that first flat we got last week, and I don't know why I didn't get a couple of those, but when I go today, I'm hoping I'll go today. I'm checking their Facebook page as we speak to see when they're opening, hopefully about 11 this morning. But I'm going to get a couple at least, maybe even 3, and share those with some friends and family, that kind of thing. But so the first ones are always, and then of course there's so many variables there with the weather. That affects ours a lot too. Yeah.
Yes, strawberries, and I think peaches as well. Strawberries in particular are affected by the amount of rainfall.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough, obviously, and they're not going to get big and sweet. But too much rainfall can hurt too because they get too much moisture in them.
Yeah, too watery.
And it seems like they rot more easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And this spring has been, to me, near perfect weather-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So that may be part of it too. I also hear rumors at the market from the strawberry growers who also grow peaches that this should also be a phenomenal peach season.
Oh, that's good news.
So that's something to look forward to as well. I'm hearing that. My word on the street is that we've got barring any flood or storm damage, we're looking forward to a really good peach season.
Yeah. Word in the hood is
word in the field.
Yeah. Okay.
Field reporter. I'm your field reporter.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I'm standing out in the field. Okay.
Outstanding in my field.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah. Well, good.
And
well, that is good news about the peaches. So, yeah, don't you love a good fresh peach? Oh, my goodness.
My gosh. I'm already craving that. I haven't heard anything about blueberries yet. I would assume, based on all the other fruit that's doing well, that they're going to be good, too.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah.
Sometimes, once in a while, fingers crossed, we've seen some at our market from farther east of here by now, but I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah.
But that's a real rare event to see them this soon because they're typically showing up, end of May into June.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't wait.
Strawberries, we have eaten so many strawberries, and they've just been so beautiful, so pretty. And I've become sort of the strawberry fairy. I go to the market and I buy extra and leave them on people's doorsteps.
Oh, do you? Oh, how nice. Yeah. Oh. Well, gee, I wish we lived close by.
Yeah, I would be the strawberry fairy for you, too.
Yeah. Well, and as you said right in the beginning, there's so many things you can do with strawberries, and you've already made, how much strawberry jam did you say? I made
11 jars.
11 jars. Wow, okay.
Well, I say half pints, 11 of those small jelly jars.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I may go get some more, make 11 more. I mean, it was really, really good. I mean, and the flavor has just been, of all of them, has been outstanding. And I can tell, too, about the moisture content being perfect because they'll stay in the refrigerator for, it seems like, longer before they start getting mushy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a thing we discuss here at our house. We eat them so fast that we don't ever, Annette doesn't like them chilled. She'd rather leave them out, but if you really dilly-dally along on that, before you know it, you've kind of got some bad strawberries if you're out sitting there on the counter. But we eat them fast enough. But we have had some out, and, one day they're fine, the next day and there's something, that growing on the strawberries really fast there, so you got to...
Well, I think what contributes to that is what I mentioned about the weather. If there's been a lot of rain, the berries are already full of water.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much for them to go over to the other side.
The dark side.
Yes, the mushy side.
Yeah, yeah.